Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. We want to teach you how to make this case you're seeing here. This fabric is not up to two years. It's just a leftover fabric that I used before. I decided to use it to show how to make this case. This case is going to have band and it's going to have that. Then meanwhile, this fabric I'm using here is stretching. You can see this part is stretching more than here. So because it's stretching here more than this side, by right you're supposed to fold it like this. Are you getting me? But because I want the part that is stretching more to be by the side, which is this side, so I'm going to fold this way. And the person that has this clothes is not that's going to wear the skirt is not fat too. She's a slim model. So that's it. And if you look at this fabric, you can see some fabrics, they do not have a front and back. You can see that they are the same. So what you do, what I used to do when I want to use this kind of fabric, what I do is I will use it on my face. Sorry, you cannot see my face. I will use it to shade the particular place that is more skin friendly. Okay, so the particular place that is more skin friendly will be the part that I'm going to shop now that is going to be inside, so that when I wear it, the fabric will not irritate my skin. Okay, so this is it. Because this fabric is not that much, I'm just managing it. So let me just for you to know how you're going to fold, I've already folded because it's small. If it's a fabric that is a little bit bigger, for you to know the measurement of the fabric you're going to fold, you use the largest part of your measurements. Okay, just like here now, what we have here is waist 36, hip 36. So the largest part of this measurement, of our measurement, is 34. So 34 divided by 4, you're going to, first of all, I've said it before, that when you want to make your whatever you want to cut, that you're going to divide it by 4. But first of all, you divide by 2 first. After that, you now divide. So what you're going to do now, this is 36. This is 34, sorry, 34. You divide 34 by 2. Use your tape. See the beginning of the tape to here. Are you seeing it? By 2. Then you divide it again. That's by that 4 we're talking about here. This is it. This is beginning friendly. Beginners friendly, sorry. Look at it. This is it here. So what we have here is 8.5. 8.5. So 8.5 is what you're going to use. Then you add your seam allowance. But because this fabric is stretching, I'm not going to add a seam allowance. I'm not going to add seam allowance in this fabric because it stretches. I'm not going to add any seam allowance on it. I'm going to cut whatever that is exactly the measurement of this fabric. So if you look at this place now, it's not equal and it's rough. So I've already shocked it. I've already used my shock to move it already. So I'm going to cut at this particular place. Okay, now this case is going to have band, and I want the band to be a little bit wide. So I'm going to make the band 3 inches. It's not 2 inches. So what you're going to do here, I'm not making use of here, I'm not having here. So what you're going to do, you start your tape, put your tape here from here. Now the length of this skirt is 18. I've already put at the 18. So now you're going to add ½ inches for joining the band. So this is the ½ inches you're going to add. Then you add extra 1 inch. I'm just adding 1 inch on this one because it stretches. It's just a simple skirt. But if it's something I'll have line, I'll just add maybe 1.5 or 2, depending on how you want it. So this is it. This is the full length of the skirt. Okay, now what we're going to do, this skirt is going to have band. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I'm supposed to add 1 inch because of band that is going to have, but it does not matter though. Okay, now from the waist to the hip of this case is going to be 8. That is the standard. 8, some are 9. It depends on the height of that person. from the, or you can even measure from that person's waist to the hip. So this is 8. This is 8. And remember that you're going to take away half inches here, so you can just do 8.5, so that it will be at the center of the hip. Okay, now let's take the measurements of the waist. The waist is 26. This is the waist here, this is the waist here, this is the hip, and this is the down part, knee part, or whatever, and this is the waist. This is the waist. So what you're going to do now, waist is 26. 26 divided by 2 first. You can write it down. 2. Are you seeing it? Then that same, then is 13. That same 13, you divide it again with 2. It means I've already divided it by 4. This is it. We are having a 7.5 at the waist part. 7.5. And remember I said it's going to have that. So that we're going to sew it in. So we're going to add 1 inch dart. I said that I'm not adding seam allowance as I'm cutting it, because this fabric stretches already. It stretches. I don't need to add any seam allowance on it to avoid it being big. Okay, then at the hip, 34. This is 34. 34 divided by 2. I've already done that. You divide it again by 2 again, that is, which is 4. You get 8.5. This is the hip part. Then you come down here and mark 8.5. You don't need to add that on this hip part, because that is not going to come down to here. So you just stop somewhere here. Then for you to know what you're going to use your do your dart, I normally use nipple to nipple though. Some people use 3, some people use 3.5, some people use 4. But the best thing is just for you to take the measurement of your nipple to your nipple with your good bra. Then whatever you get, this particular person old is 8. And nipple to nipple is 8. So this is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. You divide it by 2. That nipple to nipple 8. You divide it by 2, then you get 4. Are you seeing this now? Then you come here, you minus half, just to get your dart. The highest you can do your dart, you can just do your front dart, because this thing stretch. I think I just do 4. I don't want it to be like too long. Then you connect. You connect it, and you connect your darts now. Look at it. It's something like let's say it's triangle. I don't know. Just connect it this way. Connect it this way. When you want to sew it, just so you don't cut it out. Don't cut that out. Okay. Then you connect the waist to the hip. The waist to the hip. Excellent. Then you come to the hip here. What we have here is 9.5. Then we come down to here. I don't want this thing to be too pencil. This is 9.5. I will just minus only 1. Are you getting me? 1 inch to connect it. Understand? Okay. Then you come down to the knee part. You minus 1 inch. I don't want this skate to be too pencil. So you just come here. You connect it from here and go down. For you to know how you're going to do it, take measurements. What we have here is 8.5. Going down that 8.5 here. just do a point a little bit, then take off 1 inch from this 8.5. Are you getting it? So what we have here now is 7.5. And you connect it to this your hip. This is the hip. This is the hip. And this is the waist. Okay. That is rough. The edges that is not good, that's why I'm cutting. Remember I said don't cut your that out. Just cut your skins. It's a very short skirt. And this is the front. We're going to use the same way. This particular one now to cut out the back piece now. Okay, try to arrange your fabric very well. Don't just be in a haste. So avoid spoiling your fabric. Okay. So I'm going to add the zip at the back. I'll just use 1 inch for the zip. Just trace it 1 inch this way. This way. Just connect. So, okay, then you place your biscuits, the fabric back. To avoid the escape being sharp like it is this way, just leave the shower to avoid spoiling your distance. Then you go this way to notch it's thick. Okay. Just do like this a little bit because it's thick. I wanted to notch it together so that you don't mark it again when you want to sew. This way, I just give it here for you to know that this is that. In the back, you open up the back. This is the hip part. Just come like this. Maybe like 6 inches here. And just trying to like a little bit. Just use your tape to remove something like ½ inch, not even up to ½ inch. Why? So that your skirt will have a kind of a good shape at the back. Then you open up your zip. Then let's not show where the zip is going to stop. Remember, we removed 3 inches band. Okay. I normally use I don't use skate zip to sew my skates. It's skate zip is always I think 8 inches by length, but I normally use normal zip so that I can bring it down wherever I want. So I know I used to do my skates. It depends. If it's something like Ankara, I used to bring it to 11. But this particular one, it might just stop somewhere like 10. So you're not sure where the zip is going to stop. Okay. This is it. So for the band, and just fold your fabric in bias like this to get your band. The easiest way. I wanted to show you this method. Okay, from here, this is 3 inches. Yeah. This is 3 inches. Let's check the length. Okay. What we have in the waist of the skate, the front one is 7.5. You know it's folded. Okay, let's fold it. I think it's already better this way. When you're folding, make sure you're shaking under to avoid causing out some parts big and some parts small. Let's go back again. 7.5. The front waist 7.5. Let's just make it 8. So we're talking about 3. We already added half inch that we're going to use and so it. So we're going to cut out here now is 3. You fold the second one for the zipper too. Various like this. Then you fold. Let's take the measurements. We have 8.5. Just 8.5. It's 8.5. You do 2 inches. This back is going to be 2. Although some people used to make their band to be 1, I usually make my own 2. Why? Reason, in case if after sewing and the skirt is too big for you, can be able to shape it by the side. But if you make this the band to be 1, like how you made the front one to be 1, when you want to shape anything, maybe the skirt is big and you want to reshape, you have to lose everything again before you start doing. So I used to like the easiest way and less stress to it. Because I don't like that much stress. This is it. One. So now we're going to separate this one, the back one. Together and separate it like this. So one will be for 1. This one now will be for 1. Why this one? This one now will be for this one. So I'm going to join it now and show you what it looks like. Another thing again, for the fact that this particular face now is light, and I'm going to put zip. So if you have hemming stay, you can just quicker stay, you can just use it as the hemming so that it will be fair for you to be able to use it on it. To make your skirt, the waist to balance very well. Also to help to hide a little bit of big stomach. You can just let me just do half inches, but normally it's 1. This is the front of the skirt. Just connect it here to the dart. Okay, now let's get into sewing. So make sure you see your dart. So see where I notched it. So make sure you hold it together this way and make it straight. Then you sew. When you get to this particular piece, sew it like this. Don't sew it straight. You can see how I sew mine. Then you come to this way again. So what you're going to do, since you're just starting, still take the measurements. This is 4. This is where we notched before. Then you mark it to avoid you making a mistake. Then you hold the 2 plates that you notch together and let it face each other. Then you straighten it. Okay. Then after sewing the dart, then you join here. Use that half inches that other one we are cutting. Half inches, mark it straight. Use it and join the band. Then when you're done, see what you're going to do. Some people, sometimes when you want to fold it, it used to happen to some people, when you want to fold from here, at the end the band will not be straight, it will just be like this. So the easiest way I used to do it and tell people to do it, just fold half inches here, start from the middle, just start from the middle, use your pin to secure it. Are you seeing it now? Make sure that you've already secured it before sewing. Are you seeing it now? It's not straight. So you can start from the middle to avoid you can see the one I've already sewn. Then you complete the other one. So just do it like this till your hand is strong. You can do it the way you want. Okay, this one. Are you seeing this one? So you do the same way at the back. So trim the excess. In this particular one that is here, we're not going to weave it, just do it like this. Sew it in. So it's in. Or if you have a weaving machine, you can just weave it out and fix your zip. But if you don't have a weaving machine, you can just see how I did it. Fold it inside. If it's excess, if it's big, you can just reduce it. You see, just like when you type something. I use anything you have, any separate plate to fix it inside. Okay, you so same way you do this side, that's what you're going to do the other one, even in the front. Okay, let me just finish it up and okay, let me use the position and show you how you're going to fix the zip. Then that I will finish it up and show you the outcome of it. For the zip, we marked a 1 inch. So you see, this is the front you're going to put this way. Then you short 1 inch, that same one from your band. One. Then you come down. Meanwhile, you're supposed to use something like a paper stay to gum here so that it should be firm. But I don't have anyone available now, so I'm going to fix the zip like that. You just use a paper stick to gum here. Use iron to place it here, in this particular place, so that your zip will be firm. Okay. See the zip I'm using, so I'm going to cut it out at the end. Close it this side, you place your zip. You see how I did it. Use your pin, always use your pin to guide whatever you're doing. Lay this particular hair be in front of that place that you mark, and you sew. See, the zip should be on top of this particular place. Then you turn it to this way. Are you seeing it? Turn it to this way. Hold it. Use your pin to hold it. Then you sew. You need to mark it, so I'm not going to mark everything. Do this side, do the other side. You can see that sometimes when you sew, you see this one is a little bit longer than the other side, so you take it in a little bit. This place is not so, but I'll do that one later. You can see the zip. You can see it. This is the back of the skirt. Are you seeing it? So I'm going to show you now. This same particular place, you do it the way you do the other one. Here, you trim excess, then you fold it. Then I'm going to shape it. I'm going to do it now and show you the outcome. Okay, this is the back. This is the dart. The back dart should be longer than the front. The front one here, after sewing it, we're having a 4 inches. So we're minusing the waistband. So you just come down to 6 here. This is the center of the dart. So the same way you do it here, you do it the other way around. Remember, we have 1 inch zip allowance. So I'm supposed to notch it. I did not notch it that time. Just still keep marking 1 inch and come down. So that's where you're going to sew it. So what you're going to do now is this is where the zip is going to stop. 3 inches. The zip is going to stop somewhere here. Then you sew from here just to close the back. Make sure everything is equal. Top stitch. Then you sew it down. That particular place that you mark. Close the back. Then this is where you're going to fix your zip. Okay, what you're going to do the next is to sew your dart. The same way we sew the front. Put it this way. And you sew. When you sew top stitch, this way. Back stitch is a mistake, sorry. And the second one, I've already know I'm going to sew it, so no need of marking. Back stitch. For the sake of the tutorial, there you go. Top. So now you add your band the same way we did it before. You sew your band the same way we did it before. Okay, now we're going to shape the skate. So you're not going to do this way again, minusing that 3, because we already fixed the band. So you just shape the skate. This is the hip. Whatever you use to cut it, you use it to mark. Then here now is your waist. So the waist of the skate is 26, sorry. So this time around it's divided by 2, no longer by 4. Divided by 2. It's 26 now, divided by 2. We're having 13. We're having 13. Remember, we did not put sewing allowance because it's stretching. So look at it now. 13. So what you're going to do is do ½ inch here. Just use ½ inch to sew it. Use ½ inch to sew. Then the hip 34. So you do 34 divided by 2. I think everything is going to be ½ inch because we did not add seam allowance on it. It's the same 17, you can see. So just use ½ inch to join it. So it's going to make it to be tight. Then you connect. Connect it like so. Then you bring it down this way. Just shape it the way you want it. It's not pencil. If it's pencil skate, you just minus like 1 inch this way. But because it's not pencil, just bring it down. this way. Then do the other way the same way. Then you sew. I'm going to sew it now. Shape this one and sew it. And I will show you how you're going to do the zip. Yeah, I'm done shaping. So what we're going to do, see the zip that will fix. What we're going to do is just unzip. First of all, check if your zip is equal. Are you seeing it now? It's equal. And what you're going to do, zip down, fold in your zip this way, fold it this way, then you sew. Actually, the zip I'm supposed to use is invisible zip, so that it won't be that heavy. So this one I have at hand now. That's how I'm using it. Okay. Then this one, you see it. Fold it like this. Then you make sure that this one is here. Then you sew. Then you sew. Whatever you sew, try to always back stitch so that it will not lose. Then you trim out the zip. This one. You trim out. Why I normally like to use normal zip on my skirts is it doesn't spoil easily. And the length is more longer as well. Okay. Then this particular one, you just put it this way for your work to be neat. A little bit. Stitch, then you top stitch. Are you seeing it now? Are you seeing it? Do the same way. Put it this way. Are you seeing it? Make sure that this one is not, make sure it's not like this way. Then you sew. Then you top stitch. Okay. Then you trim. Now this is the back. Then here is the front. Then the next thing we're going to do is to fold the hem it. If you have a hemming gum, you can just use hemming gum with iron. Put your hemming gum here. Just use iron and press it around. I'm going to sew mine. So I'm folding it only once. Okay, let me see if I'm going to fold it too. Okay. I can actually fold this. So remember, it's 1 inch that we'll put for folding. So you fold a little bit, half inches, and another half inches. Are you seeing? Another half inch, then you sew. Put your hand this way. Then you sew. Fold. Sew. Fold. Sew. And I will show you when I'm done. So this is the last step.